Hi, I'm Damien from Slotcar and I'm really excited to be here telling you about Carrera GO. These sets up here, this is the current range of Carrera GO 1/43 scale slot car sets. Now, when I say 1/43 scale, this is the size here. This size here is 1/32. This is a larger scale. Now, if your kids were 9 or 10 or 11 years old, this is the sort of scale where you probably should be looking, and that's Carrera Evolution or Skeletric Sport sets. If, however, your kids are up to 9 or 10 years old, then 1/43 Carrera GO is perfect. Now, there are lots of different small scale slot car systems out there. We sell Carrera GO because it is the only system like this that you can get spare parts for, additional track for, and spare cars for in New Zealand. There's no point in buying a set where if a car gets lost, or if your dog eats the controller, or someone stands on the track and breaks one piece, that the whole thing is useless. With Carrera GO, no matter what happens, you can replace it. So we've got, for instance, spare controllers, spare power transformers, spare track, tracks available in straights of different lengths. And when you get a Carrera GO set, doing something like adding some extra straight track means the kids can get a lot more speed up, and then they've got to be more accurate with their braking at the other end, so it adds a bit of a challenge. And these little challenges with slot car tracks is what keeps them focused and keeps them immersed in the hobby and makes them stick with the hobby. And when you're spending the money on a slot car set, you want to make sure they use it as much as possible to get your money's worth. So adding a few things like extra straights, or for instance a different radius curve. This is a wide open curve. This one here is a tight curve. They both require a little bit different driving style and a different approach, so variety like this in the layout makes it a lot more fun and ensures the kids will use it more. Now, there's also a few cool pieces you can get, like for instance the jump. The cars actually physically jump over it and go back into the rails on the other side, and there's this particular loop-to-loop that has lights and sound, so when a car goes through it, it detects the car and it makes a vroom noise as the cars go through. Kids love these sort of things. Now, Carrera GO is super reliable and durable. These things are really tough. Sometimes people bring me cars to get spare braids fitted, which we have on the shelf, and their cars are so worn and all the paint's come off because they've been used so much, for 3 or 4 years, but they're still going. They're really tough. So if you want a slot car set that you can put together, pull the trigger and it goes, Carrera GO is perfect. Now, all of the sets that we'll go through shortly, they all come complete. So they've got 2 cars, 2 controllers, power transformer that plugs into the wall, got some barriers for the corners. Everything is in the box that you need to get going. So let's take a look at the range now. So first, we're going to have a look at some of the Cars 2 movie sets. Now, these have the characters from the Cars 2 movie, Lightning McQueen and Francesco Bernoulli. These sets are ideally aimed at kids up to about 6 or 7 years old. Young kids love these cars, they love the characters, they've seen the movie, and it helps get them into the hobby. So, starting with this, the Downtown Drifter set. Now, this is a reasonably basic set. It's a figure of 8 track, has a lap counter, some trackside scenery, and our 2 friends, Lightning and Francesco. From there, we go to Silver Speeders. Silver Speeders has a bit of a chicane, a crossover, a high bank curve where the track really goes up on its edge. You've got to take it with enough speed that you don't fall off, and it's also got the lap counter. The cars in this one, they are in a silver livery, so they look a little bit different than they did in the movie, but a lot of kids like that shiny effect. This one here is the ice racing set. The cars have got a bit of a blue tinge, a bit of an icy look to their livery. The track has also got an ice section in the end of it. It's got a loop-to-loop, and there is again trackside scenery, and it's just a completely different look, and it's pretty cool, and we find that one quite popular. Now, the last one we've got here, this is called the Neon Cup. And it's called that because the lights in the cars actually work. So they've got lights that actually shine up in the chassis and cast a bit of a light on the track, and it looks really cool running in the lounge when the curtains are closed and the lights are off. So this track has got the high bank curve, and it's also got another sort of semi-banked curve as well. Crossover in there, and it's a really cool, fun set. Now, in the other sets, we'll start here looking at this GT set with the Ferrari and the Corvette. It's called the Power Grip set. It's a basic figure of 8 layout with an intersection and the lap counter. Now, if you're on a budget, this is a great starting point. You can, of course, add to it with extra track and things over the years and build it up into a bigger set. The DTM Drivers Academy has DTM German touring cars. The thing I like about this is that the cars are almost identical in their body and chassis, so they run very, very similarly, so you get very fair racing. So for kids that are a wee bit older, 7, 8, 9, then this is a really good way to go. This set's got a high bank curve. It's got 2 crossovers where the track switches from one lane to the other, and it's got 2 side swipes where one side swipe where the rails come close to each other, so only one car can pass through at a time to avoid contact, which makes exciting racing. Someone's got to let off if they're a little bit behind. So that is a really cool set. Now this one here, the DTM final set, this has got a split in the track where one lane goes into, both lanes go into singles and then through the loop. So that's a cool feature. It looks really good laid out. Also got a bank curve, and it's got the lap counter. And the last set I want to mention, this is the Highway Patrol set with the Lamborghini Huracan and the police car with lights on the roof. The cool thing about this set is not the high bank curve or the loop-to-loop, but the fact that it's got a different radius curve in it. So this track section through the middle, this S-curve, is a more open radius than the other curves. So you've got some variety, and when you add variety and corners have to be taken differently, it creates a challenge which helps keep the kids focused on driving and learning and wanting to do it more. Well, that's Carrera GO, and as you can tell, I really love this product. That's because I've used it with my own kids, I've used it with other kids, and we've sold so many, and we just don't have anything coming back for warranty or repairs or anything like that. They are reliable and durable. And the people that add to them over the years and make the layouts bigger, some of them end up with some really special layouts. If you're wanting one for a Christmas gift, we'll be sending parcels out right up until Christmas. We send parcels every day. Usually around New Zealand they go overnight, sometimes a day or 2 this time of year. It's good to have up your sleeve just in case, but we'll get it out on the same day you order, and we would love to help your family into this fantastic hobby. Thank you very much for watching.